Martin from Amatis Training and his Sadia. Sadia very kindly agreed to be interviewed. And Sadia, congratulations, you've just achieved the Advanced Diploma in Business Analysis. So that really is quite an achievement. So just so people know, you did the Benefits Planning and Realization, Stakeholder Engagement, Agile Business Analysis, and Data Analysis. So, how'd you feel?
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much for the congratulations. It's been a long journey. I think it started 2 years. A lot of things happened between them. And I just think this is one of many journeys to go in a BA journey. I know I said this when I did the international diploma. I've got the advanced international diploma now, but I think we're always constantly learning. So the learning never stops. So this is one of many more exciting journeys in my career with business change. And I've got enhancing my toolkits, give me different ways to look even personally as my role as a BA. You think you know something, but the more upskilling you do, you learn different things and you've got more and better ways of doing the same thing. Or let's say working smarter.
Absolutely. So you followed the self-study route. So I know quite a few people would be interested in how you found that, how you found the materials, the information it gave you, the sample papers, the mock exams. If you could just talk through a little bit of that, just to give a little bit of information to anybody that might be watching.
Yeah, I went to the self-study route due to lots of other commitments going on. For me personally, the material, the course content was really easy to follow. A lot of the case studies are based on real life organizations. So you could apply the knowledge. So it doesn't just give you the theory, like, oh, go away and learn what a benefits realization plan is, but it also gives examples how to actually apply the techniques into practice. So there's plenty of case studies. With the mock exams, I was going to say there's like 3 mock exams. Some give you the answers, and the ones that I like are the ones that don't give you the answer. The ones that give you the answer helps you go identify your knowledge gaps. The ones don't, it actually helps you go and look at the material again and do the case studies and apply the knowledge. Because I think even with self-study, to be honest, Amatis Training was always at hand if I had any questions. So that was never an issue. But the material is so easy to follow. So the language, the terminology used is simple. So there's no like technical jargon. If there is technical jargon, it's clearly explained. And it has a wonderful audio feature with a really calming voice. So that's a plus. So when you're doing the exams, nerves, and you're revising, am I okay? It's Sarah's beautiful voice. It's giving you this really calming sensation before the exam when you're doing your last minute revision. So I would highly recommend the self-study if you're somebody like me who can't attend the normal training in 9 to 5. The self-study gives you that flexibility. And if there's something that you struggle with, like a case study, and Martin did create some additional exercises for me and some mock papers for me as well. So if there's something that you really want, not saying this because this is being recorded, but Martin's very good that way. You'll have this one-to-one relationship where they will tailor that journey suited to you. So it's not your standard where you buy a course, self-study course from somewhere, and that's it, you're left alone, where you'll have these touching points and you can have, it's basically you can drive them, have how frequently you want them. And for me, it was a perfect experience. And 2 years on now, I think this was a dream that I discussed with Martin for the Advanced International Business Analysis Diploma. I'm checking my memory now. I think it was 20. Can you remember the year, Martin? Can't remember the year.
There's December 22 when you started the journey.
Yeah, December 22. And I officially didn't kick it off until later on in 2023. And pretty flexible with me. And then once I started, I took some time between modules and I made it work for me. So one of the tips I would go is somebody, if you're really interested in self-study, work with Martin because he's awesome.
Oh, you're
I know he hasn't paid me to say that.
Indeed not. Okay, that's fabulous, Crumbs. That's wonderful feedback. Thank you very much indeed. So if somebody was listening to this interview then and said, okay, so what would you say about Amatis Training? What would you say to a colleague or a friend or someone watching?
What I would say, if I was to describe in one word, excellence. that's my one word definition is excellence. But overall, Amatis Training, from my experience from the very start, just inquiring, I reached out to numerous training organizations, one of them being Amatis, and I spoke to them. It was the very first initial engagement. And I think it's like training is a product that you're purchasing. And like some people like the Apple brand and they always buy an Apple phone. For me, if I was going to training, it was Amatis Training. It was from my very first initial interaction, I knew there was something different than a lot of the mainstream training organizations. And that's where I prompted my decision. And even before, there was no pressure to purchase a course from them, like no names mentioning, a lot of the other organizations do. So it was just the ease of doing business with Amatis Training, the ease of the whole journey. They're very transparent. They're very transparent. You get a response less than within 24 hours. Or literally, I send an email and I get a response in half an hour. I'm pretty surprised myself. Very quick turnaround. And it's very friendly. You don't, even when you're sitting the exams and the topics are very complex, very difficult subjects, it's the way they help you feel at ease when you're sitting the exams. So the overall like experience from start to finish is all very professional, clear, transparent, integrity, motivating. A lot of it's very positive. The language they use is positive. They make you feel, I was going to say, the feeling that you get is encouragement, and they'll motivate you with the words and just the interactions, and you would want to keep coming back. So I hope there's more courses that Martin can recommend to me, so I keep coming back.
There are, absolutely there are. Brilliant. Sadia, you're very kind. Thank you very much, Dean. Have a lovely weekend. That's brilliant. Couldn't ask for any more.
Thank you, Martin.
Bye-bye.
Bye.